how can the Culture Stars methodology, how can we implement that in our businesses?
So firstly, the Culture Stars methodology is an acronym, and I'll take you through the acronym now, but it's based on what we do for our families at home. So imagine you have an 8-year-old boy, he comes to you one day and says, Daddy, I want to be a footballer like Cristiano Ronaldo. And you say, but son, what happened? You were playing marbles and you were doing homework and all of a sudden you want to be like Cristiano Ronaldo. And he'll say to you, well, you know what? I've been watching Cristiano Ronaldo on Instagram, on YouTube, on TV. I really want to be just like him. So please, I want to be like a footballer like Cristiano Ronaldo. I want to be a professional, but I'm 16. Yeah. So what you guys do as a family is you and your wife and your brothers and sisters, whoever else is living in the home, what you start doing is you start making this commitment with your son. And you say, well, listen, son, so if you want to be this footballer, what you have to do is stop eating knickknacks and you go stop eating rubbish food and start eating good food. You have to start doing your homework because you're going to have to practice after homework. You're going to have to do this, you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to miss school, holidays, you're going to have to go to practice. You make commitments to each other. Yeah. And straight after the commitments, what happens is that your rituals of your son starts changing because that's what starts, he has to go to practice more often. You and your wife and the rest of the family would most probably have to go and watch practice more often. And the rituals of the family changes. Yeah. Also, his bedroom starts looking like a bit of a shrine to football. And every time he walks in there, he's got this idea that he's going to be this superhero of football. Also, whoever he supports as a football team, let's say Real Madrid because Cristiano Ronaldo is there, the latest kit is important, the latest boots are important, and for him to feel the part. And lastly, he has a perfect sort of idol in Cristiano Ronaldo. Before he goes to bed, he watches all his videos, looks at his poster before he goes to bed and goes like, I just want to be just like Ronaldo. He's a UNICEF spokesperson, he trains hard, he eats well, I look up to somebody. Sure. So at home, this makes absolute sense. In the workplace, what usually happens is businesses make a commitment to their employees and the employees a commitment to their business. This is called the values, the vision, and the mission. This is what you and your son did. But that's where it ends. So that's where it ends. And so imagine your son says these things to you and you say, okay, well, son, well done. Get out there and be like Cristiano Ronaldo. But mommy, can you take me to practice? No, we're busy. No, we're busy. So the STARS methodology is based on family ideas. And so the first thing is STARS, is S and it goes backwards. So STAR starts with story. What is the story, this commitment you're making to each other, which is made up of your, what do you do, how you do it, why you do it, what are the values I need to take by getting to where to by when. In other words, I want to be a professional but I'm 16, I need to work hard, train hard, eat well. Why do I want to do it? Because I love football. How am I going to do it? I'm going to practice often. It's obvious in your family state. But in the workplace, we hire huge consultants to come and draw beautiful things and make beautiful values, and then that's it. But the trick here is to change behavior. We need to ritualize our values. So we need to create new rituals within our organization that take our values and make them daily, weekly, and monthly rituals that eventually become behaviors and habits and behaviors. And so the most famous ritual in the world is the haka. You know, we love watching it. It's got nothing to do with rugby. It's got to do with the value system that the All Blacks have in order to invoke the warrior spirit within them, right? So that's R for rituals. A is for area and artifacts. Is what is the business's area looking like? What is the touch points of the employee looking like to make them feel and believe that they're already living this story? So your son walks into his bedroom and he's like, wow, you know, I'm in there, you know, or you can even have like this. I walked into an Adidas store the other day and it was just fans on a football pitch cheering. Every time you walked in, there was like a trigger. I mean, your son could do that to make him feel better, right? The Airbnb HR director is now called the Employee Experience Officer. And it's about creating this experience for your employees that's in line with the story. And then T is tools. What tools are you giving your employees in order for them to feel like they're worthy of creating the story? Your son, Real Madrid kit, the boots, he made him feel like Ronaldo. And lastly, S is the perfect staff member. In other words, who do they have to look up to? Who's somebody that's benchmarking their values towards? And if your CEO or somebody like that isn't that personality, who else is living those values? How can we put somebody up that we can create and emulate against, like Ronaldo does? So it's your story, it's ritualizing, it's the area and artifacts, the tools that you give them, and lastly, who's this person that look up to, this perfect staff member?
Okay.